to have you open up again. Right now, can you stick your tongue out a little bit? I'm inspecting her mouth. I don't see any lesions. Her mucosa is pink and moist. Can you put your tongue up to your roof? All right. I can see her salivary ducts. She has good dentition. I don't see any cavities or any false teeth. All right, you can stop. Next, we would assess her gag reflex. I'm not going to do that, but what I would do is I would take the tongue blade and place it to the back until it elicits a gag. Next, I'm going to have you with your tongue. I want you to stick your tongue out. All right, and move it around, side to side. All right, you can stop. Good. So that's cranial nerve number 12. That's the hypoglossal. All right. Now, Miss Regina, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to test your muscle strength and your range of motion for your neck, okay, and your head. So what I want you to do is I want you to turn your head to the left, turn your head to the right, take your head and put it down to your chest. You can put it back up. Take it as far back as you can. All right, and back up. Did you have any trouble doing that? Okay, she had no trouble with her range of motion in her neck. I also want you to, before I do your strength in your neck, I want you to take your neck and try to make it touch your shoulder. All right, and the other side. Good. Now I want her to do that with resistance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand here, and I'm going to push, and I want you to try to stop from pushing. Good. Strong neck. Okay. Good. Next, I'm going to test her sternocleidomastoid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on your chin, okay? And I want you to stop me from pushing it in, okay? All right. She has great strength there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place my hands on your shoulders, and I want you to stop me from, you're going to try to pull up, and I'm going to try to stop you, okay? All right, good. Now I'm going to do range of motion of your arms. What I want you to do is go ahead and raise your left arm, raise it up, all right, and bring it down. Do the right side and bring it down. I want you to take your shoulders and roll them forward and roll them back. All right, did you have any difficulty doing that? Good. All right, can you place your hands out? And for your hands, I want you to be able to open your fingers and close them. All right, and when I want you to open again, and then I want you to stop me from closing them. All right, and I can't, nice and strong. All right, you can go ahead and put that down. So I went ahead and I tested her muscle strength up top while we were already working on the top. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do your cardiovascular assessment. When you're doing the cardiovascular assessment, you want to look for any heaves or lift in the chest before you start working. All right. This is the second right intercostal space. This is where you can hear the aortic valve. And you're listening for any irregularity. Her heart rate sounds regular. You're also looking for any bruits or rubs or murmurs. All right. The second intercostal space to the left side, this is the pulmonic valve. This is the third intercostal space. This is Erb's point. The fourth intercostal space is the tricuspid. And this is the fifth intercostal space, the mitral. This is also where the PMI can be found. All right. You sound good. So she had a regular heart rate. I didn't hear any murmurs. I didn't hear any rubs. As far as assessing her chest, there were no lift or thrills. All right. Can you put your head up? Another part of the cardiac is checking for jugular distension and edema. So there's no jugular distension in her neck. All right, and I didn't see any edema in her arms or her legs. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assess your carotids. Palpate, make sure it's there. You never want to do them both at the same time because the patient can pass out. So she has really good pulses there. You're still here. I'm here in the hospital when you're doing it. I'm going to listen. I'm listening for any bruits. I'm going to listen to her trachea too for any bruits. Alright. And I did not hear any. So now I'm done with your cardiac assessment. I'm going to go ahead and go to your lungs. I am going to come behind you. Right now, I'm just looking at your skin on your back. I don't see any masses or lesions. Your skin is warm to touch. Good skin turgor there. All right, can I have you go ahead and cross your arms? And I'm going to go ahead and listen to breath sounds. What you're looking for is any stridor, any wheezing. Normal breath sounds are bronchial and vesicular and bronchiovesicular. All right, let me take a listen. Can you take a deep breath? Good. Again. 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 Again.
Thank you.
Just check in for our key. Relax. Deep breath. Again.
Does she have any vaginal discharge?
I didn't hear any stridor, any wheezing, any rhonchi. All right, so now what I'm going to check for is thoracic expansion. I'm going to go ahead and place my hands here. All right, I want you to take a deep breath for me. All right, and out. All right, good expansion. It was equal on both sides. Now we're going to check for diaphragmatic excursion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to percuss. So I want you to go ahead and exhale.
Oh, it sounds crazy, and it's like the size of a giant lemon. Not what I grew up with.
And what you're looking for is it should go from a resonant sound to a dull sound.
Which is good. It should be that nice.
Once you get to the top of the doll place, you want to go ahead and mark it. And you can measure it. So the normal measurement should be anywhere from 3 to 5 centimeters. If a patient has more than that, it could be a sign that they have pneumonia or pneumothorax. All right, so I'm done looking at your back. I'm going to have you go ahead and lay down on your back for me. We're going to assess your abdomen. I want to cover you up, give you some privacy. Alright, so we're looking at her belly here. Before you start doing any touching, you just want to inspect. So I'm looking for any lesions, any noticeable masses. She doesn't have any striae on her stomach. I don't see a hernia. her skin color is even. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna listen. So I'm gonna listen in all 4 quadrants. I'm listening for vowel sounds. So I heard vowel sounds in all 4 quadrants. Before you can say that a patient has no vowel sounds, you need to listen for at least 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and assess her abdomen. I'm going to listen for any bruits. We're going to do the aortic, and we're also going to do the femoral and the renal. I didn't hear any bruits. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to palpate her stomach. And as I'm doing this, I'm looking for any masses. Any pain when I do that? No. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to palpate her liver and measure it. So I'm looking for it first. Sometimes you have a hard time finding it, and you can hook right under the rib cage. I do feel it. Now I'm going to percuss. Go ahead and put a mark right here. Okay. Come down. Start percussing. Put a mark right here. Okay, and now I'm going to measure. And I got 7 1/4 centimeters. And that's about average. It's normally around 7 centimeters. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to palpate for her spleen. I'm going to come on this side. It'll be a little easier. Do you feel any pain when I do that?
No.
I'm also going to do her kidneys.